Ashby, Massachusetts. This videotaped interview is being done by members of the Ashby Historical Society. We're participating in that United States Veterans History Project, a project in which our veterans have been asked to share their stories while they were in the armed services. The tapes are going to be kept right here in Ashby, and they'll be listed and cataloged at the Library of Congress for this project. With us this morning is Mr. Donald Nickerson, being interviewed by Janet Umphress with Ann Hayes at the camera. Mr. Nickerson, how long have you lived in Ashby?
50, it's going to be 51 years coming up.
51 years coming up. Where were you originally from?
Leominster.
You're from Leominster, so you've always been a New Englander?
Right, yep.
Except in that period of time when you were in the Navy.
Right.
And when was that? When did you?
1944, October 1944, I went in. And I got out in 46, I think October 46.
Okay, so the war was still on.
Well, it was just about getting over.
Down.
Yeah, it was just about getting over. I was in during the war.
Right.
But when I got out, I think it had just got over in 1945 or 46, I think. Yeah.
So where did you enlist from?
Fitchburg.
From Fitchburg. Why did you choose the Navy?
No reason. I just wanted to get in and, just being 17 years old,
You were 17 then?
No fear or nothing like that. You just wanted to get in for the country.
Did you know some people that were in the Navy, or?
Well, yeah, sure. There was a few that was. In fact, one of the guys that I used to hang around with, he took me to the train. Well, in fact, I went from Fitchburg, then I had to go to Springfield. So they took me to the train, and they went in a couple of days after.
Oh, really? Yeah. Did you ever meet up in the service?
Not during the service, no.
So where did you go immediately?
Well, first I went to, where was it? Oklahoma. There was an ammunition depot there. We went in there to load the different containers and stuff for the ammunition. And then I went to San Francisco, got on a troop ship. We went to Guam.
And that's where Mr. Lumley, that we just interviewed.
You went to Guam also?
Guam, yes.
Oh, for goodness sake.
About the same time.
Well, you sure it was the same time?
About the same time. Did he go in 44, I believe? Anyway, he was a Marine, and he went to Guam.
What was his age? What is his age? Did he tell you his age?
If
he did, sorry, it doesn't make any difference.
It
doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Anyway, when I got there for a while, I caught up with a ship, put me on a ship, and we used to go out for about a month at a time and send weather things back to the islands, the different islands, like a weather ship. Yeah.
So you would stop at different islands?
No.
Or you'd send them?
You'd see the island, but you wouldn't stop.
Okay.
You'd get the weather reports and stuff,
Okay.
and send it back to the islands.
Okay.
What the weather's going to be and all that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it get kind of rough out there too. Boy. Especially when you're out there for about a month at a time. And so we'd be out there a month, and then if there's things to do with the ship, you'd repair it and stuff like that.
What kind of ship was it?
Was it like a patrol craft?
Patrol
Yeah.
craft.
Yeah.
How many would be on board about?
Oh, probably 75, I guess. 75 people, yeah. It was very small.
So now explain to me a little bit. Was this ship, did they have the sensor instruments to determine the weather, or was that?
They had everything all fixed up. It was
it was a weather ship?
Yeah, it was like a patrol ship during the war.
Yes.
So they made it over to a weather ship. You never heard of it?
No, I guess I haven't. Didn't think of that. So
Well,
that's interesting. Tell us a little bit about, the kind of instruments that were on board and.
Well, anything to do with weather, I mean, same as they do it on land.
Yeah.
They can contact more different now than it was then. So all I was like a deckhand, repairing the ship, painting and all that stuff. Then they had the more smarter people sending the weather stuff up back to towns. So they have people working, just regular, normal people, painting and ship and cleaning the guns and still have guns on it.
Yes, you would have to.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So were
was
we
it,
still at war at all at that time?
I was
We
what?
probably were. Were we still at war at that
no,
time?
no, like I say, it was just,
44?
it was just, I think 45 they got, at the end of 45, I think,
Right,
that the war was off.
yeah.
Was just about up, yeah. But we had to watch out for these things in the water.
Yes.
In case you
Depth charges.
have to depth check, you have to check them.
Yeah.
So you had people looking over just in case. You never know where they're going to be. They were anywhere. But we didn't see any at the time.
You didn't see it.
I didn't see any anyway.
So you would be out there for a month or so, and then you'd go back to Guam?
Then we'd go back to Guam, and then sometime we'd have to go in and take the ship off the water and work on it. You know, clean it up and paint the sides and all that stuff. There's always something to do.
I'm sure that's what boat owners say, right?
Oh, boy.
You didn't decide to have a boat after you came back, huh?
Not really.
After all that.
No, it's, I don't know. As long as you've got a good crew that you're with, that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So I got a good crew and everybody got along good.
So you were quite a young man, though. If you went at
Well, I was
17,
only 18.
you were one of the
Well, I went at
youngest in the group.
17.
Yes.
And like I said, there was no fear at that age, you know. I want to get in the war and it ain't going to bother me a bit. That's the way we, you know, when you're young, you ain't got the fear. Not as you get older.
Yeah. So you actually didn't have much training in the
We went
States?
to boot camp.
In the States? Oh, okay.
We went
This
to
was
boot
in
camp
Oklahoma.
for 12 weeks, yeah.
For 4 weeks?
12.
12 weeks.
12 weeks.
And this was in Oklahoma or San
yeah.
Francisco?
No, this is before Sam. I didn't tell you that one.
Okay, so I missed...
Sampson, New York. Sampson.
Okay.
That was a boot camp training. 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah. Then you come home for 2 weeks. And then they sent me to Oklahoma.
And that's when you went to Oklahoma. Any particular thing about boot camp that you remember that you want to share? Or what did the Navy do?
Well, I know. I used to get my girlfriend. I was just going with her then. She used to send me packets of food. And certain guys would go hide behind the barracks and eat the stuff was sent to me. I get about 3 guys, and we go. We want anybody else? Just the 3 guys on the mountain. We'd go down there and eat out.
Was that girlfriend your wife now?
My wife, yes it is.
Oh,
Yes it is.
okay,
We've been married 56 years.
Great.
And, she was just a little girl. She was just still, I think it was a junior in high school when I left. She graduated. She graduated after I left.
She from Leominster also?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And, so I had a good time at boot camp. It was fun in a way. Like I say, you're young.
Right.
And
The world's your oyster, right?
Well, you never, like we left boot camp, just a funny thing to say. Now, some of you guys, I hate to say it, you probably won't come back. You didn't care, you know.
Not me.
But some of you will come back and some of you won't. In fact, when I was being discharged in Boston, I met up with a guy that was in boot camp. And he was saying how a couple of guys that he knew that did get killed. Yeah, no more. But we were just lucky that we didn't get in the fighting. He probably just went right over it, but we didn't.
So, did you maintain, you say you had a good group on your boat. Are you in contact with any of those people today?
Not now, no. I did for about 3 years. Then all of a sudden they stopped
Yeah,
fighting. And
everything.
the wife would send them a Christmas card during Christmas time. But all of a sudden we didn't hear nothing. So as the time went by, we would do another one.
It's usually the way.
Just, you know, too bad it's that way.
Well, do you have any particular thing you want to talk about being on that boat? Was there any particular time that you remember especially, or?
Yeah. I can't think of anything.
That was particular
It's a long
interest.
time ago.
I know. Well, I expect you had a lot of letters from your dear lovely.
Oh, geez, yes, I guess.
And you sent her a lot of letters.
And I sent her a lot of letters. Too bad that she didn't save them letters that I sent her and she sent me, you know.
Yeah, we don't do those things, do we?
Isn't that
It's too
something?
late. Yeah.
You think of it now, you know.
Yeah. I still have a lot of pictures, and you probably do too.
Oh, I got pictures of being on the ship. Oh, yeah, I could have brought them. I didn't think of it. You should.
I should have told you to bring some pictures of your ship.
think
What
of
was
it.
the name of your ship?
It was a PCE 899.
That was it's a number ship.
PCE 899, yeah.
I have my letters.
You got all
I
your
have my
letters?
letters
saved
from
your
Vietnam.
Really?
I have them all. I have them, and the dating letters too.
Oh, you know, I think of it today. I said, how come we didn't? I tell asking the wife. I tell the wife, why didn't we save these letters?
Well,
As you
they were
move
sort of
along, you just
personal.
after
Some
the
of them were
wife.
sort of personal.
Yeah, they were.
Well,
Especially before you're married, I think.
well, no, there wasn't really that much. We were only kids, you know. We were in love, naturally, but I just started going with her when she was sophomore, junior. So, and I didn't get to be with her too long, so.
Well, when you went to Guam, this was like being on
Well,
leave, I suppose.
on
What
an
did you
island.
do then? What was there to do on the island?
Well, wasn't on the island too long. I mean, I was on the ship
So,
most of the time.
always
yeah.
on the ship, okay, so
But
you
I was
just-
on the island for a short time. Then they put me on a ship. And,
So you stayed on, even when you docked?
oh, yes.
You still-
Yeah, we were just, well, yeah, you're living on the ship,
You
you're not
lived on
living
the
on the
ship.
island.
Yeah.
But, you know, sometimes some of the people would say, you can still hear them shooting in the woods, out in the jungle. I never heard it, but they're going to say, you might hear some shooting still. Probably someone who got stuck way out in the jungle. And they were still shooting at each other.
Right. Well, Mr. Longley was just, the one that we just interviewed said that there were some Army, they were warned, everybody was warned not to go beyond a certain point, and some Army guys decided they wanted to see what was over there, and they never got back.
That's right. That's
Probably
what
heard
it
that
was.
too.
That's right. Yep. Just don't go so far, you know.
Yeah.
Don't go in the woods, in other words. Or in the jungle, you know. Call it.
Yeah.
But we would come in for provisions and stuff. They had little buggies that we could go in and get all the food and stuff for the ship and everything.
Oh, maybe you went into the supply depot.
Well, that's more or less like a supply depot. Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Could have been where Mr. Longley was.
But sometimes we kind of run out of food being out there for a month. We'd have
Yes.
spam sandwiches, which wasn't too bad. Peanut butter and jelly. No, that wasn't too good. But you know, you're not too far from shore, but like some of the islands you can see, some you can't. You know, you're going quite a few miles away.
But you never docked at another island.
No.
It was always just one.
No, it's not the same one island, yeah.
What did you do for entertainment on the ship?
Well, they used to have these...
Movies?
Not on the, yeah, they had movies on the ship. Oh, yeah, right out there in the front. And we'd sit out there on top of chairs or some kind of thing to sit on and all that. And then they'd have the CC, no, USO girls, people, not girls, not just girls. They have a big dome where they would come and sing and
On the
dance.
ship?
No, this is on the
This is
land.
in Guam,
Yeah, on the
okay.
land, yeah, this is the land.
Okay.
Yeah. Every once in a while I have to have that.
So you'd be sure to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
When
Oh,
that
we
happened.
like that when we see the girls dancing, naturally.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sure.
So I can't imagine what it would be like to just live on a boat, which is what you did. I guess we haven't interviewed anybody else that just lived on a boat.
Oh, boy. Well, that's where you're stationed, and that's where you're going to live.
Yeah.
I think it was about 6 months, I think. Something like that. No exact, but how many months it was. But you get...
But career people, they are for years, they'll be on the boat.
It all depends on what they're supposed to do. If they're going to be on land all the time, on a ship, or a lot of people in the service, they stay on land all the time.
Right.
What just happened, it all depends on where they put you. But there are some I imagine it could be a lot of them, like if you're a general or something, or a captain or something, you might be on the ship all the time, possibly, traveling all over, you know.
Well, you were one of the younger members, I'm sure. So did you get the razzing, and did they?
I did the razzing. They didn't razz me.
Oh, really?
I did the razzing, not me.
Oh, well, tell us about that.
It's kind of hard to remember what I used to do. Well, I used to pick on them. I was a picker. I picked on people.
Oh, you.
And they didn't pick on me. That's just the way I am. It's different thing. Some guys, they say, hey, Nick, you better watch it. You know, I'm not watching it. I'm a picker. Some of the guys are big too.
Yeah, well,
Just
that's
happened, but I had someone behind me too.
Oh.
I wasn't the only one.
Oh, my. Well, I asked you about entertaining. You did have movies.
We had movies.
Did you play cards and all that stuff? The
No,
Navy plays cards.
I didn't play cards. No.
But a lot of them did, I expect.
Oh, some used to, yeah. Some used to. I didn't drink, or I didn't swear.
What was the drinking's, what were the rules on ship? How did they handle that?
I don't think there was any drinking on the ship. But I imagine you could get it off the ship.
Yeah.
I don't know because I never drank anyway.
Yeah.
Then.
Then.
I'll tell you the first time my wife and I started not drinking. Just touch it. Now this isn't nothing about the service.
That's all right. We want to hear about
We
that.
had our first son. That's when we started drinking. No. That's what we always tell everybody.
How many children do you have anyway?
4.
Yeah, 4 children.
Yeah.
Are they in the area or all over?
I got one in Milford, New Hampshire. I got a daughter in California. I got a son in Fitchburg. Where the heck is the other one? Fitchburg. Both of them have twins.
Both in Pittsburgh. So your California shirts when you went out to see your daughter, probably.
Right. That's when it was. We went to visit her. We just went this year.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a long ride.
Yes,
Long
it
plane
is.
ride.
Yes, it is. It gets harder the older you get, too, I tell you.
Well, it's, when we stopped twice, we stopped in Cleveland and in Los Angeles to change planes. And one of my sons came with us. Well, should we get it? We're going to get into this about going there?
Sure. We're talking about what happened to you afterward and all this kind of thing. Sure. We're going to hear about your family.
Anyway, my son's wife got MS, so she came with us. And she can't walk. Time he had. Well, you have to pick her up every time, get her out of the chair, put her in the seat, can't walk. They had this little dog like an elevator. Put her in a small place to sit in, and it would take her up to get her on the plane. And you have to pick her up, put her in a chair, and take her to a seat. And pick her up again. He had a tough time. He said if he ever goes again, he won't take her.
Yeah.
Right in front of her. You wouldn't take me. Imagine, it's a tough.
Yes.
You got it tough. Anyway, let's talk about something.
Okay. Well, what was your opinion of the officers on the ship?
I had no complaint.
problem.
No,
It seems to me like you were very easy and compatible.
well, I was, and I got along with everybody, and then I did a little picking and stuff. I mean,
Did they try to pull rank on the guys, or was this a pretty congenial thing?
to me, no. They never pulled any ranks on me at all. Nothing. No. I got along with everybody, really. Yeah. Being a kid,
Well, that's true.
Yeah. But sometimes, you're out on duty, on guard duty, and you're out there and the wind is blowing, and you've got a thing to talk to someone else that's on duty to the other side of the ship. And say, boy, don't you wish you were home now? And they would, yeah, I think I would. So far away, never been away before.
Right. So what was guard duty like on the ship? Were you supposed to pace, or did you
You
just...
gotta, yeah, you have, in case you've seen anything, any ships coming or anything like that, you just report it to the big boy that's inside. We're out on the deck,
Yeah,
so we can see everything.
but were you supposed to go back and forth, or...
No, you sit right there.
Oh,
You don't walk around, you just stay in one place, there's someone on the other side, someone on the back, and on the front, the bottom.
now you say the sea was kind of rough sometimes,
It sure was, really.
but it's warm.
Well,
You were in warm weather.
yeah, it was warmer then, yeah. But such a small ship, you're going like this. And it's like this, really. It ain't just, and it would splash right up and all over you.
Do you have special gear for duty?
Oh, you've got like a raincoat, rain stuff. No, yeah, we're pretty well protected, yeah. And that's a 4-on-4, and then you go off and someone else come on. And, it's experience, really. I'm glad I was there,
Yeah.
really.
Now, did you have to sign up for 4 years? Is it 4
No,
years?
this is just the duration of the war.
Oh,
Yeah. That was 18 months.
so when you signed up, you didn't know that, though?
Yes, I did. It was going to be for the duration of the war.
Okay, that was how you signed up.
Yeah. But you could have signed up for longer if you wanted to. No, I'd just take it the way it was. If I liked it, I'd stay. They asked me after if you want to stay. We'd give you another rate higher. And I said, no, I'm ready to go home. I think I want to get married.
Good.
I was 18 at the time.
So you did get married, and what did you do as a career then after?
I worked in the paper mill
Oh, really? Which
in
one?
Fitchburg.
Pittsburgh paper?
No, it was Crocker Burbank.
Crocker? You worked in the Crocker?
I worked at three different companies that bought it. Weyerhaeuser and James Cook bought it after.
Oh, you were there when James
Three
Ripper bought it.
companies, yeah.
So how long ago, when did you retire from the service?
I worked there 36 years.
36 years.
Yeah, and 1988.
Isn't that amazing? We should have had you and Mr. Longley talk together.
He's probably the
because
same age as me.
Yes, he retired from
Retired.
the police force in 1988.
He did?
Yes, he did. From Fitchburg
Yeah.
Police Force.
Imagine.
So
What's his last name?
years, Longley.
Longley, I've heard the name, yeah.
Your years are just, I think he went in 44 and he went to Guam
gotta be-
45.
It's got to be the same. He's got to be around the same age.
You two will have to get together.
For goodness
That's
sake.
interesting. So you worked in the paper mill then?
Yeah, 36 years, yeah. 1952, I think.
When did you move to Ashby? And you said
53.
53.
1953.
So that was, how many, was that?
It's 56. It's going to be 57, 57 this year or next year, something like that.
Okay. So you moved to Ashby soon after you were married then?
Well, we lived in Fitchburg for 7 years.
Okay.
No kids.
Okay.
Took us 7 years.
Yeah.
Then we moved to Ashby in 53. 54, we had a son. Can you imagine that? That's what I said.
And then now you've got 4.
Now we have 4, yeah.
Very privileged.
2 miscarriages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you're in the same house?
Same house.
Same
50,
house.
yeah,
Good.
same house.
Did you join the Legion? Are you in the Legion?
Yep.
Okay.
When did I join that now? I can't remember. Wasn't long after I got here. Probably in the late 50s, I would say. I'm not sure.
Did you ever join the VFW then?
VFW, you gotta be, I think you have to be in the fighting.
Oh, I thought it was just foreign.
Isn't that, being in the,
Maybe so. I don't.
that's what I thought it was, anyway.
Okay, I thought that you had to have been you couldn't be in the
I thought that
States.
was in the first place until they told me.
Oh,
We
really?
had to be right in the war.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I just didn't quite make it.
Unfortunately. Okay, are there any other experiences? Let's see, what else might we
You mean,
think about?
during
During the war, yeah, that you want to talk about? Or during your service, I should say. It might be.
meaning, whatever happened, you mean, or what?
Yeah, well, anything more about boot camp or the trip over, you went by the troop ship, you said?
Well, this
Get over
is
to
the transport ship when I went over.
the transport. What was that like?
Well, I had some money stolen on that
Oh,
ship.
really?
Had $60. Yeah, I think it was $60. Someone got my wallet and took all the money out of it. Then I borrowed some money from another guy. I'll pay you when I get back home. I never seen him after that. So I didn't get to pay him back.
Yeah.
So
And that was probably all you had then, was that?
I don't know how I got that $60, but yeah, we didn't get too much a month any at the time.
No.
Probably about $30 a month, I think, or something like that. So we could just spend it over there anyway. Pretty much spending.
So was it a real full ship, or, I mean, did they have bunks on top of each other? Or?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, oh yeah. They were on this big ship. It was about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 high.
Where were you?
About the middle.
The middle?
Yeah, about the middle. On the other regular ship, I think there was only about 3 high. The ship that I was on.
The ship you were on?
Yeah.
And where was yours? Were you
I think I was
assigned a bunk?
I was on the top on that one.
On
I
the
think I
top.
was on top.
And you were there all the time?
Yeah.
That was
That
your,
was my bunk.
that was your
I had to
place?
take care of it, yeah.
And where'd you store your gear? Did you have, was it under the?
You had the big, what you call it, bag to keep all your clothes.